agenda right in front of us. And our first item is approved minutes from the last meeting. We didn't have any minutes because we haven't had a meeting in a while, so we're good for that. The other item we have is new business. Yeah. Can you do the roll call, please? Jerry, that's not on there. We'll make
Yes,
sure
sir. Mayor Williams?
Here.
Chairman Gears?
Here.
John Brown?
Here.
Chris Brown. Chris had not called to let us know if he was going to be here or not, so.
Okay. Well, we have a quorum, so we're good to go. The only item we have underneath, we have no old business, so we have underneath new business. We have Steve Schooler regarding Rookwood Partners Ltd., owners of 4025 Edwards Road, Norwood, Ohio, 45209, is submitting a minor change to the existing Rookwood Exchange Plan unit development. With that, if any one of you gentlemen would want to come up, grab a chair and just kind of explain what it's all about, so we have an idea and the people watching have an idea. Thank you.
Go from this direction.
That's fine.
Sure. Okay,
You can use that microphone if you want.
Okay. So Steve Schooler can probably give more detail if need be, but real quick. So we bought those old Debco buildings. So Debco occupied. We bought it 3-4 years ago. The building continued to get dilapidated, so we decided to tear it down. As we were looking at tearing it down, we said, well, why don't we use it for some additional parking for employees only? So within the Rookwood Exchange development, we have a number of employees that park on the surface lot in the garage. So to get those people off the surface lots that allow customers to go over and to have more access to parking, we said, well, why don't we make this an employee-only parking space, which I can go into the details of how we'll do that in a little bit. So the building here, so we've torn the building down, and it's a building that fronts along Edwards and comes along Dacey Avenue. So there's the existing kind of building, which has now been removed. And then the second sheet really just details what we want to do is just pave that lot. And if you've been out there, the building's torn down. You've got kind of a base, or the under bases there. So we want to build 15 spaces along Dacey Avenue that'll be used for employees only. Right now, if you come off of Edwards Road, you'll see people that typically are parking there, usually 2 or 3 people parking along Edwards. So there's a continuous curb, depressed curb here along Edwards. So what we're proposing to do is actually to put a curb in here to prohibit anyone pulling off at Edwards, which is currently happening, and then just to have a one-way entrance off at Edwards, coming down here, allowing 15 parking spaces along here, and then coming out onto Dacey and then circling out. But because it's going to be such a low volume of traffic, because it's going to be employees only, we're going to use tags and stickers, so it's really just for people who work at Jason's Deli or the nail salon or even some of the Capitol Grill. So we have certain people we've already identified. So the volume of traffic in here is going to be very low because they're going to be parking for an 8-hour shift, a 6-hour shift, whatever their shift is, and we'll be using it for probably 2 shifts a day. So they'll be coming in here during the day and later into the evening, but not at nighttime. So they would be coming in, leaving this direction, and this will be used for 15 spaces on an overflow basis. So I don't know if you have any specific questions about it, but it's pretty straightforward what we're looking to do. And it's more a temporary thing. The long-term goal, maybe we could develop this lot, but for the time being, wanted to tear the building down, and we figured let's utilize the lot and pave it and put some spaces on there to get some employees off the current Rookwood Exchange.
All right, if I can, up in the top corner, I guess you want to call it the northeast corner, is that going to be the only drain for that lot, or is that the way you're going to channel water? Or are you planning on it going over the curb?
Well, the water, as you can see, it's got some arrows here.
Yep.
It's a natural flow. A lot of it, I talked to Cardinal today, a lot of it, this is still a grass strip. So a lot of it will go that way. There will be some that goes out here. But when you get about here, this will go this way, be a catch basin, get piped underground, and get tied into the existing structure here that we're going to rebuild. We're going to rebuild that.
So you are going to put the grass strip back in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because it's gone right now.
It's kind of, yes. There'll be existing grass strip between the curb and the edge of the parking lot.
All right. On the lot itself, for the drive entrance, it's going to be asphalt.
That's right.
the new driveway apron approach is going to be,
Closer to Daisy and Edwards. So currently this is all depressed curb. So this will be rebuilt back as a barrier curb, and the depressed curb will remain here, and this will be the entrance or the apron.
Okay. so then there really wouldn't be any, I'm just saying, no parking from the corner to the fire hydrant where the, is
Sure,
that right
there's an
now?
existing fire hydrant and
Right.
telephone pole, so the
Okay.
parking will be on toward the apartment.
All right. And I'm really going on some of the comments that came from Jerry. On the first thing he was saying, or you can even say it, Jerry, it doesn't matter, is just that the parking places are a little bit smaller than what the code says.
Right.
Which, I mean, I think width-wise, it's 6 inches shorter or long or narrower, and they're 18 feet instead of 19 feet, which, I mean, I don't have a big headache over that. Are you going to do any kind of like screening for the apartment next door? Or
We can add whatever landscaping you guys want. Yeah, not a problem. So we can add some trees here, or not tree. We can really get not much, but like viburnums or the
All right.
whatever we can try to get.
Is there going to be room for that? And I'm just,
What we've
foot and a
shown
half.
right now,
okay,
here's the neighbor's property, and
Right.
we did allow a 1-foot band. It's like 1.5 feet there.
okay.
And we were just gonna put grass there, but if we decide to do that, we'd be willing to do that. You can go to about this corner here. This is all house here. This is all pavement here.
Right.
So you could do something there and then right here,
Right
we
out
have a
front.
barrier curb there on the first one. We'd be willing to do something there if we decide that's the way we want to go today.
And speaking, the way this is, the way I see this, the way this is laid out, the length and the width is because there's not cars in front of you or back of you, it's just one single line. So am I wrong to say it shouldn't really affect if there's a few inches difference with this type of parking, it's only one row of cars, so that shouldn't be
It's one row of cars, and because it's for employees, it's not getting parked in. It's not like retail where it's getting parked in every 20 minutes.
Right,
In and out,
right.
in and out. This is your parking and
sort of like the old Rookwood, but it was actually a 1,200 lot that was 800 lot that was turned into a 1,200 lot. I remember that joke. You inherited it, but I thought that was funny.
I was there for
It wasn't funny at the time, but I thought it. But so, and then the typical thing, for the safety and everything, I'm sure you'll be looking at lighting.
yes.
Okay.
That's one thing we need to do look at. So I think I know there's a pole here. I'm not sure if there's light on it, but our apartment complex is right here. So if we need to flood this with light, or if we need to add a pole, not a problem.
Yeah. Because I don't think you want to put your employees in a place that's
No, we want to have
same as your customers. You don't want your employees in a place that's not safe.
Yes.
So that's good.
Yeah, because you have a property across the street that has frequent visitors,
Yes.
and so it doesn't overflow into your lot at night after everyone's gone, so
So we'll be
some
policing
idea.
that. And there will be people parking here in the evenings. It could be working at Taste of Belgium or other places. So we're going to need to police this, which we do anyways. We have security out here from 6 p.m. to, I think it's 6 a.m., 7 days a week.
Okay.
So we'll have the people policing that.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
That helps.
JR, you don't plan on having a gate, do you?
If we need one later, we will add one. For the time being, no.
I was just thinking, in case of people are parking there in the middle of the night on you.
I know. That's why we have the security. So if we're going to give out stickers or tags, so if you don't have a sticker or tag, then you're going to get towed.
Okay.
So it'll say
Okay.
them on there. They hand out key cards to people for the thing, and then they get fired or leave. And you can't get them back.
Or they break the guard off.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Any questions or comments? Hi, Chris. All right. I think that answered our question.
Okay.
The only thing in a lot of these cases, I go by past history. And the past history is, I can never recall where something, that this development group has never done anything except by the book and done it right. And done everything they said they was going to do. And for that reason, I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd like to make a motion that the modification be approved.
Second.
All right. Any discussion? All right. Let's take the roll, please, Jerry.
Mayor Williams,
Yes.
Chairman Gears,
Yes.
John Brown.
Yes.
And I'd like to note that Chris Brown is also here. Chris Brown,
Yes.
motion passes.
All right. Thank you. The next item we have is communication and miscellaneous. We have none. We don't have any absent members. For our motion, we adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll make a second. Any discussion? Yes, sir.
Before we adjourn, I just want to let everybody know who's watching that the Historic Home Tour is going to be on October 12th between 3 to 5 in the Floral and Ashland area presidential district. So if anybody's interested in historic homes, walking through some of our historic resources and our gems of the Highland, contact Off Pike Market. They'll be selling the tickets.
All right. Thank you. Very good. Thanks, Chris. Anything else for the good of the order? If not, we'll adjourn the meeting and we'll see you next month. Thank you. Thank you.